Good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to Bullock's Business Banter. It's midday in the UK. Well, it's been an exciting 24 hours because Bezos has left Amazon. Starship went up and crashed again. And other stuff's happened with the vaccine. So let's do the headlines. So the vaccine test results support booster delay approach. Study results categorically supports the strategy the government is taking, says Matt Hancock. British man facing jail flees across over Iranian mountains. Kamal Ahmadi escaped while appealing against a sentence for collaborating with a hostile country. Influence told not to use misleading filters on ads. Pete will be interested in this because he's an influencer. The Advertising Standards Authority ruling applies to brands and influencers on social media not to use fancy pants type of filters that make you look better. Obviously mine, I don't need it, so it's fine. Study showing vaccine slows the virus spread is superb. As results show, the Oxford jab may cut transmissions, the Health Secretary said. He's been busy this morning, isn't he, Matt Hancock? He's got two things running. And Jeff Bezos to step down as Amazon chief executive, which we're going to be talking about today. We're also going to be talking about these, and we're going to be talking about SpaceX. So let's see who we have. Who should we bring on first? Grant's about 5 minutes late. Let's bring Darren on. There's Darren. Hello. Oh, there you are.
Good
Hello.
afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, all good.
And we've also got Mr. Sheffy's in.
Good morning, Vietnam.
I'm really sorry to say this, Matt, but you're hissing again.
He's hissing like a good one, mate.
No!
Yes.
No!
Hey, Daz, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Pete. You okay? Good,
Hey,
good.
It is what it is, isn't it?
It is.
I'm gonna come out. I've just rebooted it at 20 to 12. So I'm gonna come out. You two talk about Jeff Bezos for a minute, and I will return without any hiss.
I didn't look at anything. Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Oh man,
I know nothing about Amazon. I've looked at nothing about Amazon. I've looked at SpaceX, and it blew up, so that didn't sound too good. I don't know.
See, what happens is that things go catastrophically wrong with his spaceships. I ring Matt. Matt says it's all fine. That's not a problem. And then the next day he has time to sit down and think about it, and then goes, "Oh no, it's blown up."
You see, while Matt's not on here, I'm one of these people that it's not 100% sold. I'm not saying I'm dead against it, but not 100% sold that we ever landed on the moon. Dare I say it?
Really? Oh my God! Don't tell him that. Whatever you do,
no,
he'll be beside himself.
I'll keep that just between us two and the rest of the people watching.
I never knew you were a denier, dear boy.
Oh, well, yeah. It's the Hasselblad camera that always did it for me. I just can never understand. I remember being madly into my photography.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing that always got me is that I remember going through customs once and knackering a film on one of my cameras, and I was like, oh bugger, going for the X-ray machines and all that sort of stuff, and one of the films come out all spewy and whatever else when it develops. In the days that you have to develop films, and I look at this basic Hasselblad camera sitting on the front of whoever it was taking photos, thinking, how's that even possible with all the radiation up there? How does that work? And that was one of my main things. Probably everything else is kosher, but I just thought, how nah. So my whole theory is based on a camera.
Yeah, I get why events in our past would influence our thoughts in the future. But mate, you'd be telling me the Earth's flat next. That's what.
Mate, yeah. Do you not know that? I live down in Bude, mate, and I tell you what, if you go so far out, you just fall off the edge of the earth. It is. You got to be really careful when you're surfing, mate. If you go on a riptide when you're surfing, that's it. You're off the edge, landing on the moon.
I have a question for you, because obviously I've not spoken to you properly in 20 years or something.
Yeah.
What you doing down there?
Just can't stand Brummies, mate. I tell you. Do we? No, it's just we always holiday down here, so we just decided. I think we had a few life events which were pretty, challenging. I lost my nephew when he was very young, 5 years old. But it was sort of a wisdom that come from losing him, and his wisdom in his last few days or weeks, and it made life feel very short. So he just thought, well, I can always move back if I don't like it. I can always move back.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we fear big steps in our lives, and I think a lot of time you've just got to go for stuff. You really have just got to literally go for it. And it worked for us. It wouldn't. I know other people have moved down and they hate it. They're townies and they want to, they want that buzz of the town. I never get London. London's just not for me.
Before London.
But yeah. So, but I just love it. I just like being in the 70s, mate. I'm surprised there aren't people there's not people with lino dancing in the corners of the streets because it's just like being in the 70s. I've still yet to sort your video out. I'll sort that out. I've got to get it off VHS.
Oh, okay. Well, I was intrigued because I kind of read between the lines listening to you, and he kind of kept mentioning it, and I was like, I'm not sure what he's doing. Is that where you work? It's a long way to travel. No, that's cool, man. It's you got.
No, but I've been fortunate. I work from home, so the majority of the time I go out and see customers. I mean, I think that's just BT in 2000. We had 12,500 home workers. So the reality is we had people working from France, and probably some people took extremes, sitting in Palma Nova in Mallorca whilst drinking and then on a conference call. But yeah. Oh,
he's back. I don't know. Turn it up.
It's on.
No hiss. No hiss.
Well, I don't know.
You're not as loud as you were before you went.
No, you are quieter, yeah.
Am I? Might be because I'm on a different. Let me just check the audio again. No, I'm on the thing. No. Hang on a minute. There we go. How about now? Is that louder?
Yeah, I'm just trying to sleep. Let me just turn you.
There is some back. No. The difference is you've got some background gain
noise.
Yeah. But that's what it is. Just a little bit. It's not like the hiss before, but it's like background gain noise. Here he is.
Grant's here.
He's here.
Oh, is this tech support?
Yeah, tech support. Yeah.
I had to come off and come on again. It's just insane. What's that?
You got a snake.
That's not. Yeah, it's hilarious. That.
Oh.
What's also hilarious? There we go.
What's that like?
That's gone.
Oh, he has control.
There we go. That's better. I'll bring you back on. Right. Anyway, so let's get on. What would you like to talk about first?
Bezos.
Okay. So who wants to start off on that then? How much did I hear correctly that the turnover was $1 billion in December?
Yeah, it's more than that, wasn't it? $1.2 billion in that quarter, Christmas quarter.
Good grief!
That's a lot. That's a lot of cardboard. That is.
It is a lot of cardboard.
$1 billion for what?
Turnover. Amazon.
That doesn't sound like much.
$1 billion
In a quarter.
Was that profit?
Oh
no,
I thought it was.
It was in their Christmas. Yeah, it was in their Christmas month, wasn't it? But I think their Christmas month runs through to the 31st of the month. I think that's why it's confused.
Let me have a look.
It's got to be more than that for Amazon. That'd make them like a less than a $12 billion company. They've got to be bigger than that, haven't they?
Yeah,
is
definitely.
That profit? Amazon profit.
It's good to know. We're on the pulse of business, aren't we? So it's good to know. Yeah. Maybe we should have gone with VR.
Yeah, we should have started with that. Here we go. Today announced financial figures. The quarter ended December the 31st. Operating cash flow increased 72%. It's 66.1 billion. Yeah, 66.1 billion for the trailing for that quarter. That still doesn't sound much for a quarter.
3 months worth. So that's 20 billion. 20 billion a month. It's not bad.
That's operating cash flow. So that's turnover, isn't it?
Turnover, I think that would mean.
Yeah, that is. I think it is. But anyway, so obviously he's stepped down, but he's still staying on as a chief something? We should have researched this before I started.
Is he? I guessing he's doing a bit like what Bill Gates did with Microsoft. Is he
Yeah,
I think
focusing
so.
on his getting to the moon stuff? Is he?
Yes, he's concentrating on Blue Orchard.
First man on the moon, Pete.
Oh,
What he's
God.
going to
Yeah, that Daz is
Sorry.
he's seriously doubting the fact that we may have gone to the moon.
Whoa, what? Who
Who
says this?
Darren,
Who said that?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
right.
He's supposed to be keeping his secret.
Are you? What influences you to think
Hasselblad
that we
cameras.
never went to the moon?
A Hasselblad camera. That's my soul. That's my only argument. Is the camera.
Go on then. State
So
your case.
I, as you know, in my early days, I was mad into photography, wasn't I? And I had my own dark room. You remember all this? And I remember going through customs.
Yes.
I remember going through customs and knackering one of my films because of the radiation through my film. And then I remember seeing that crappy little Hasselblad. Crappy, it's a nice Hasselblad stuck to the front of one of their chests with nothing on it, no case, nothing. I've got more protection on my phone, and him taking the most amazing photos, thinking, no, with all the radiation up there, no.
There is a conspiracy theory that says that that the reason they're saying they lost all the tapes and the reason they lost all the film footage, and that the reason that the moon landings look fake is because they did go to the moon, but all of their film got ruined by radiation. Like you said, I only heard this one at the weekend. It was on the Joe Rogan show.
Oh, okay.
And that's why Neil Armstrong was so sort of subdued and quiet after the moon landings, because they did go, but they made them fake all the imagery because they didn't have any evidence.
Now, there is that Stanley Kubrick thing, isn't there, where he's supposed to have shot a lot of the pictures and some video footage of the moon landings on a soundstage at Pinewood. Always remember that, because he would never travel, Kubrick. He wouldn't travel outside the UK because he was scared of flying. So it was shot. They shot a load of moon landing stuff at Pinewood in the late 60s to replace what Grant was just saying, because they lost so much footage. But that doesn't represent the actual live feed that we had come down. But yeah, he's saying that we didn't go.
Live feed. So this is live feed, right? This is 2021.
Yeah.
And I can't get Wi-Fi in the front room in my house. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you're telling me in the 60s they managed to. And I always remember there's a quote, actually. It's a quote where I'm trying to think, is it Buzz Aldrin, where he says that he's next to him, they're doing a test, and the radio's playing up, and there's actual, this is physical quote. He's saying, what chance have we got of speaking when I'm on the chuffing moon, when you can't even get it when you're next door? It's along them. I paraphrase a little bit because I don't think he uses chuffing, but that's,
Of course, no.
so yeah. But I think this is a whole new show which might cause a lot of debate. So we probably should move on from this. Pete, I told you not to say anything.
I'd love to do a conspiracy show. I'd love that.
Yeah. Let's get the flat Earth sorted while we're here.
That'll be a long show. That'll be a long show.
Oh,
Conspiracy theories, I love it.
No, okay, all right. So anyway, he's leaving Amazon. He's staying quite high up in it, so he can influence the company. I suppose he's still earn all the money, but he's going to concentrate on flying his spaceships to wherever outside of the Earth core or wherever. I don't know. Now, you've told me now.
Why is it when you get to having billions of pounds, dollars, whatever, yen, why do you all of a sudden go, I think I'm going to make a spaceship? Is that what?
It's only the second
Big
person
boys?
to do it.
No, but you've got flipping old bearded boy Branson.
Branson, yeah.
You got when you get to that level, what makes you go? I suppose, answering my own question is, you go, well, I've done everything down here.
I think what it is,
is
you know,
that.
when you was a kid with the toilet rolls and you make them, it's just a flashback to them days with the toilet rolls, making your own little spaceships. They're just doing it a little bit more fancy, aren't they? That's all it is. They're not growing up.
That one looked like last night. It looked
Yeah,
like
it did, didn't it?
all stacked up.
Well, while we're talking about that, let's just stick this on the screen because there's lots of conspiracy stuff going on regarding this as well because of last night. So let me just kick it in. Here we go. Now this is taken from the Guardian. I don't. Did we all watch this last night?
You didn't get that one,
So off it went, and it took off really well. And it was all on time. There was issues. If you look at the top of the screen where the engines are, there's flames coming out at the top by the engines above where they're supposed to come out normally. So it got up, engine shut off perfectly, then it went into its belly flop.
And the white cloud, the plume
There was still flames coming out the back of the engine though, that's the thing. Now it's basically in a free fall now, so the flaps are doing all the work.
Test portion of the flight.
How far did it go up? How high did it go down?
10 kilometres. 10 kilometres.
At the edge of the atmosphere, is it?
No, that's as far as they wanted to go up today. Yesterday. And then this shot was great, but then one engine didn't work again, so it was actually going to try and fix it and land with one engine working. It just overshot, overcompensated, and
Yeah, look at all those bits. There's bits everywhere, aren't there? Coming off
bits
it
went
before it even-
absolutely everywhere on that. But what's obviously it did happen. That wasn't faked. But there was
What
lots
would
of
you
flames
fake?
coming out the engines.
What would you fake a crash landing?
I don't know.
Did look a bit Thunderbirds-esque. Kind of
The
sneak around.
first thing you said last night was that explosion didn't look real.
Matt, I have a question. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't follow a lot of this space stuff, which I know you do. The whole point of this spacecraft, apparently, just reading on it this morning, is it lands perpendicularly. How? So it lands at 45 degrees. How does that work?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it
It
lands
goes
belly
like that.
flops. It lands like that.
It goes like that for a bit, and then it straightens up, and it's really weird when you
Oh, right.
when you do see them land, and they usually do them in the ocean, don't they?
Can you find
Yeah.
him one of the
Because
one
it's
of
so
the-
weird.
What were you saying there, Pete?
Can you find him one of the
Landings.
platform landings? Yeah.
I can find him a platform landing. Yeah, no.
You've not seen these, Darren?
No.
Oh wow. Okay, these are
Oh,
impressive.
okay.
It is very Thunderbirds.
It is
It
totally.
is.
But if they can pull it off, it'll be great. If they can get him to do what he's going to show you now, but the bigger ones seem to be having to. I think the Raptor engines are no good. I think they've got to rethink that.
Well, that's sort of okay. You say that, but it sort of is working.
Kind
They are
of.
getting them up there.
I mean, what number rocket are we on? 10 now.
That's a much bigger rocket
but
than they used. Was that the Dragon rocket we just saw? Is that what? Or
No,
was
that's
that
Starship.
heavy-
That was.
the Starships? That's the one that's supposed to have all the different connectors on it to,
That's right.
to take. So ultimately, it can take people to Mars.
That's correct. Yeah, because that's only the top of the rocket,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I'm just trying to find the landings. Here we go.
It's funny though. Elon Musk gets all the publicity with SpaceX, but now Bezos is going into his side of things. I wonder how much publicity we're going to get, because we don't really hear much about because he wants to get to the moon, doesn't he? That's his thing.
Mars. He wants to get to Mars.
Musk wants to get to Mars. Bezos wants to get to the moon.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah. It's right. I'm listening and doing this at the same time. Yeah. It's Well, they all want to do the moon base, don't they? That's the thing. So here we go. I've just.
But the
found it. I
Nazis
found
are
it,
on the
found it,
moon,
found it.
though, aren't they? I mean, it's a bit.
Of course
bit,
they are.
You know.
This is Nazis. Right, here we go. Let me just,
Why don't they join forces? Why don't they just all put money together and club in?
We'd
That
have been
would
there by
work,
now
wouldn't it?
if they'd done
That would be good. Share audio. Here we go. You're going to love this, Darren, when you get it on. Right, let me just make it big screen on now.
And that landing burn has started.
Right, this is two of them landing at the same time here.
To be on track towards their respective landing zones.
So top left-hand picture is the best one. There we go. And that's the landings.
That's real.
That was real. Yeah. Let me just do it
Alright.
again.
Right?
It does look like Thunderbirds, though. You're right.
Does.
It looks like
I
they're playing.
reckon-
It looks like
Playing it
that
backwards.
film Tenet, where they're playing it backwards.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it does look like and it is. That was it taking off, was it? They've just reversed the video. It never landed. It blew up.
They reversed those rockets. Anybody who's seen Tenet.
SN10, which is the next one, is actually sat on the launch pad ready to go. It actually took off next door to it, which was insane, and also crashed next door to it, which was a bit weird. So yeah, they're gonna try and get it out this week, and the next one up again. So that'll all be fun. Right, everybody got the VR?
I haven't got it with me, but
What's happening?
Do you want, have I got to go and get
Yeah.
one?
Did
I
miss
thought you
something?
would have had yours with you.
Well, I didn't think I'd need to because you can't really show it to anybody.
I just
but
wanted to see because you've got the PS4 one, haven't you? Go and get
I'll
it.
just go and get it. Give me 2 ticks.
Happening.
Yeah.
Did I miss the meeting?
Did you see the message this morning? We're doing VR.
No,
We're
I
not
didn't
doing
miss
it. We're not actually going to sit here with these on.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. This is going to be weird.
So the other two have all got proper ones. This is obviously what they
Oh, the
call
phone one. Yeah.
yeah. It's like a cardboard box one based on.
Yeah.
But it's it's all solid plastic. Put your phone in there, run it into there, and off you go. That's as easy as that is. But these lot have got
Going
fancy
on.
pants
What are
ones.
you lot doing? Oh my good God.
So Grant's got the Oculus one. And is that the standalone one, Grant?
Yeah, so this one you got these. I've got to say, I played it last night. It blows my mind. It just totally blows my mind.
Yeah.
It also, I've got about a 15-minute tolerance on most of the games before I feel really sick.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
racing games and things like that, you just can't do roller coaster stuff. It is the movement is, but there are other games like the shooting. I've got arcades, and I tell you, one of the most amazing ones. There's a ghost train type one, and oh my life, it scares the living
The horror
daylights
one
out
is,
of you.
yeah.
It's just incredible.
I'm going to go with the horror one.
But
that
they
is
use
what's
immersive
going.
sound as well. That's the good thing is that it uses that 8D or whatever it is sound. So you sort of, if you get the two together on headphones, oh my life. So I haven't tried the Oculus. I'd love to try the Oculus. Looks good.
So which one is yours, Darren?
It's PS4. So yeah, these have been out for a while now. Probably been out three or 4 years, maybe 2 or 3.
Right.
I don't know. They're not new. They're still making games for them. And it uses there's light sensors. There's a camera on the actual thing. There's these light up blue all the way around, these little sensors, so it can track the headset where it is off the camera. And then obviously you've got the inside sensors and on your head. But yeah, you've got microphone settings and headphone jack in it and things like that. So, but it is, as Grant says, it's just, you can't believe how immersive it's. You sort of like, even there's some like intro screens to games that are all white with just stars around you, and I could lie down and meditate to it. It's just incredible. It really is. Definitely. Definitely something you should purchase, Matt. Definitely a massive.
Well, yeah, because I was looking at the Oculus one. I've just let me put this on the screen. This is the Star Wars VR game.
Okay.
Which,
I sent you a video of it the other day.
yes,
Matt.
you did. Yeah, you did do. I couldn't get it to format on here though for some reason. But this is this is the view of somebody with the headset on. So this is what that's obviously it's not in 3D or anything. But I just want to see if I could find anything which was actually the physical battle itself, which was let's skip it on a little bit. Oh, you can see him there with his. It's not very bright, is it? Very much
I think
dark.
what you don't really get from watching these videos is how immersive it is. So when you put the headset on, the first thing you do is you're in your own room. So in the room that we've got, you've got a big screen in front of you where you effectively can access all your files, your messages. You can see your own hands. So they're like avatar hands. And when you pull your trigger and your thumb, they move. So you've got actually those two fingers operate. And when you're gripping it, it just mimics everything that your hand does, which is freaky.
One of those.
So which one's the Star Wars game on? The lightsaber one, is that on all of them? Do we know?
There's only one Star Wars game that I've seen. I see what he's doing there. Those are your hands. Yeah. It's just...
See, that's the difference. Yeah, I think with the PS4 you get wands, so you're holding 2 wands which act as your hands, and the buttons act as your fingers. So I think the Oculus have tried to move it away from wires and everything else. Whether you get the processing power and everything else, I don't know. But
that's it.
As you hold that, you've got a trigger, and that trigger moves your finger, and then there's another one there, and so those two things means that you on the Oculus you see your hands do that. And it's just freaky. There's a few more buttons there. So that is the thing there, that joystick. If you're in a game that moves you around, so the game that I played yesterday was like a shoot 'em up game. So you go into a like futuristic room and you're like a futuristic robot, and you look down at your hands and your arms, and you can see, you know, this future, and your feet, and you've got two guns that are all, you know, articulating with your own fingers. It freaks me out, because you can just imagine how, you know, the scenario of if you imagine the Oculus has just come out, it's the first standalone VR sort of self-contained. That is it. You don't need anything else. That
No
is the
computer,
game.
anything. No.
That is the whole. That is the console.
Everything's in
right?
there.
That's
Yeah,
it.
everything's inside it.
That's the console. It's 300 quid. Okay, which I don't think's a lot. You know, it's cheaper than a
No, yeah.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Mm.
And you can imagine when you, I can actually, I could get up in bed, I could put that on my head.
Where's you going with this?
Could be connected to my computer, and when I look out, so the view that I've got is I've got a massive window with like a futuristic city with all the spaceships going past, and then I spin round, I look round my room, there's a table over there with food on, you know, just like you're seeing now. You can have a room that was exactly how you want it to be, as completely another world. And you can just imagine that this is the way life is going to be. We don't physically need like monitors or TVs, because this is like the Atari, right? This is the first one. This is like Atari. In 20 years' time,
Contact lenses.
Like a pair of glasses, or it'll be on your eyes.
Yeah.
We're going to be living in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
We are.
And it messes with your brain. It really does. Look at some of the games. Some of them have got heights in them, so you stand on the edge of a cliff or a block of flats or something like that. And oh my life, you really believe you are standing there. That's what you don't get. Yeah, you just don't get it from looking at this. But once you put it on, you're like, oh, it is an incredible. But I agree. And you talk about the contact lenses. I know that fighter pilots now use head-up displays on contact lenses, don't they? So I can imagine it eventually. That's where it's going to go. Yeah. Going on to the uses of them, I mentioned this before with BT, and they did a trial with, I think it was Birmingham University, and they created the AR sort of AR VR ambulance. And what you've got is the drive, or the paramedic wears a glove, and on that glove it vibrates, and they use ultrasound, and with the person, the surgeon back at the hospital has the VR goggles on. You can look around the ambulance, you can look at the patient. He's getting all the live feeds from the pulse and everything else coming through on the VR. And this is a demo I've seen, and this is going back, actually, this is probably 2 years in the making. So I know it started first trials in 2019, that they first did the trials with Birmingham University. So it's moved on a lot since then, on the last presentation that was presented to me, because it's part of a team that I'm in BT called Specialist Solutions. And it is the connected ambulance. And the whole idea is then the surgeon has a joystick, and as they move the joystick, it vibrates in the hand of the person holding the ultrasound, so they know which direction to go to move the ultrasound around. So the surgeon can see the actual images from the ultrasound. Wow. And it's just literally, and that's 2019, November 2019, they did the first trials. So this is now coming to market. This is coming out this year to be used, you know, that we're putting it out to market. So it's going to be in so many different, like Grant says, we're going to live in an immersive world one way or another. You want to go to Grant's house, you know, you might go, okay, put your VR on, and he's got a camera, and you're sort of sitting in with him.
That's what it'll be like. It's kind of already like that. I mean, you know, we've got two of these in the house. So last night I was playing with my daughter. So she was in one room, I was in another, you know, and then there's other people as well. And you know, but it's a bit like, you know, that you don't look like yourself, but that's coming, isn't it? I think I said to you, I went online the other day, and there's this game that's like a combat game where you stood on this pedestal, you look around, and you're in an auditorium full of all these aliens watching you, and you're in the room. That game that you're showing on the TV, on the screen there, that's the game that I sent you a video of. That's the one that we've been playing. And it's so, and when I put that on, when I looked and you saw the Star Destroyer going past, and you're in Star Wars, I just got completely like overwhelmed, thinking this is a game changer, you know, pun intended.
Yeah.
This is as big a step forward as I've ever seen. It really is. And you have to experience it to understand it.
It is, considering it's built into that headset, because
that's
when I saw the when the Oculus one I tried, it was summer last year, and Leah got one. We were down in town, and we were all putting it on, and obviously we had a drink, and we were just doing the balancing act and walk and stood at the edge of a window, and stuff was big, and things were grabbing us, and it's just insane. And that was obviously the Oculus One, and now the new one, which is so you got the Oculus 2, you must have, Grant. Is that what it is? Yeah,
I think it's the Quest. It's called the Quest.
It's Quest. That's it. Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah.
Quest. I mean, the power of that now is phenomenal, and that's the thing that just did my head in, because I couldn't. Hang on a minute, how are they getting all this into this little package, which is as powerful?
Is it like Wi-Fi, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you connect with other people via Wi-Fi. The games you actually download onto the device. You get, I think that one's a 64 gig. I think you can get one that's twice the size. You can also hook it up to the PC. So there's a load of games that you can get where you can hook up to the PC, and you can run games off the PC. So my son's got a steering wheel and seat setup, with all the pedals and the gear stick and all that sort of stuff. It's really cool. He hooked that up to a game that he downloaded on the PC, and I sat on it in the car, and honestly, it freaked me out, because it's the thing that's really weird about it is there's no G. So it's like you're in a car driving, your favorite sports car, your rallycross. You're really cautious because you don't want to crash it, because it feels so real. You look around and everything is as it should be, but graphics instead of real life. But obviously they're not far off getting the real life. And I got motion sickness almost immediately. It was just freaky.
No, it's
the other thing you'd like, Matt. Sorry, Matt. The other thing you'd really like is the movie side. I don't know if you can do it on the Oculus, but I play games with Finn on the PlayStation. So he's standing in front of the TV, so I can't see. Just a standard game. I can't see what's going on. So I put on the headset, and now I've got a cinema. When I say cinema, it's like being at the pictures. That's how big the screen is now. And I'm playing the game, even though he's standing in front of it. But you can also play 3D movies. But when you put this headset on, that 3D movie is just when you get the pictures and the screen's that big that you have to look at different parts of the screen. You can't physically
like
take it in,
IMAX.
and that's the exact. Yeah, absolutely, and that's the exact same. That's how big the screen is and how impressive. Can you do movies on the Oculus, Grant?
Yeah, it's got Netflix. You can watch Netflix on the cinema.
Amazing.
With the Oculus. It's like being at the cinema. There's also something called Google VR, so you can do YouTube and all sorts. And so, like I say, these things as they evolve, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be like we're as attached to our phones now as we will be to our VR, because I can see it being a combination of augmented reality and virtual reality, so that Apple has patented the eyeglass, haven't they? We're going to be wearing glasses. Ultimately, it'll be probably our eyes that are that have got the technology built into them, where we won't need hardware. We won't need it, because like Minority Report, the stuff that we want to do will just be, they've already got hand tracking. So these things won't last long, because it will just scan our hands, and we'll just use our hands.
No, because I was trying to demo this, because this, obviously I've had this for a few years, and you put your phone in there and you've probably seen these, but you can take, I was just trying to take it off actually, because you can take one of these panels off that allows the camera on the phone to see, so you can get VR augmented as well.
Augmented, that's good.
And that's 4 years ago I had that, and that's just so. And also with the power of the phone, when you got it in that, it's just phenomenal. But yeah, I think it's a step. Do you think there's going to be any use for if we're staying in lockdown, which anything could happen over the next few years, couldn't it? Where we will be able to have virtual meetings, so you'd have this camera, a 360, 180 camera on the top, so you can look around an office desk, a meeting desk, and so everybody's got those headsets on, just to give you that more of a real feel. Do you think that's something?
I think the thing about lockdown is I don't have to have their meetings. I don't want to be with them people, and the last thing I want to be with them is virtually.
You can't smell them. You're not actually physically with them, are you?
I think what we'll do, We'll have avatars. We'll be having virtual meetings where our avatar will be.
I'm always worried about avatars.
Whether avatar is real or an augmented version of us, because that's what's happening. I think I told you the other day. I played this combat game the other day, and I was playing somebody else who I didn't know who they were. Obviously, they beat the hell out of me because I've never played it before. We're like these two sort of cyberpunk samurai samurai warriors, but with like these different weapons and stuff. And we're both on these like two pedestals, a bit like the gladiator type thing. You get vertigo looking around, but at the end of it, this person, whoever they were, could be anywhere in the world, leaned over like this, and I'm like, what are they doing? And my children who are watching it, they're watching what I'm doing. They go, no, they'd want a fist bump. So I leaned forward like this with this on and went like that. And as we touched, it vibrated, the fist bump.
Oh, that's insane.
I'm like, that was freak. I'm like, and they went like this. And I'm like, that's mad. I've just virtually touched somebody and, it could be somewhere, anywhere else in the world. And I thought,
how'd you wash your hands afterwards? So you better wash,
mate. Where's this going to end?
My concern is that the avatars that I've seen, even the modern avatars, that when they put them into virtual reality situations, they all still look like a dodgy character at the Lawnmower Man. If you remember that film, Lawnmower Man, the avatars in that were terrible, and that hasn't moved on because they've still got the body and they've stuck someone's head on it. So there's that to improve. I think that's the thing.
Speaking of dodgy characters, guys, I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is not me. This is an avatar. So I just didn't say that. Anyway, that's we're overran. Twitch is going to shout at me. So. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining that. That was, I don't think we helped anybody regarding VR, but at least we talked about it. That's the main.
No, I think we did help somebody, and that is if your microphone is hissing, just restart the session. So I think from a tech support, we resolved something.
What is it? What can it be?
I've told you what it is.
No, it isn't.
Have we changed your glasses?
Is
it your glasses?
No, still the same. Mr. Sheriff, no, because I set that up at 9:15 this morning. I then purposely closed down Chrome and closed everything else down. And so then I rejoined it at 11:30, and rebooted the computer there as well. So there's no build-up of static in your little head that could be coming on. But so
that's not a little head. I think it's going to be...
sorry, Grant. Yeah, you got to jump on his meetings. See you, mate. Bye-bye.
It'd be easier to debate the moon landings, I think, than to sort out your hiss. I think we're conspiracy theories would be easier to resolve.
I understand why it is now gone. That's
no money.
It makes no sense.
With nothing.
What did you do?
The only difference I've got is I haven't got BBC News running on the big screen.
Of course, blame the BBC. Of course, yeah.
BBC. I mean, I can't. Let me just open that window up and let's open it up as a.
I'll laugh my head off if it is that.
Why would it be that though? Let me just add it. Hang on a minute. Just add it. Technical. Well, we'll turn him down and we'll put that big screen and brilliant. So I'm just going to physically see Twitch has thrown us off now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, have I gone?
Why have you only got half an hour?
Because I'm a scheduled broadcaster.
Right.
And I've now lost you. Like I don't know where you are. Don't know where. How do I gather? I hate Chrome. How do I gather the Chrome?
Oh, you're I don't understand why you can't work it.
I just don't understand Chrome at all. Here we go. StreamYard. Oh, it's giving you a choice. I can do one or the other. Oh, there you are. Hello. So.
Have you ever seen anything like it, Darren?
It's just great.
Blind leading the blind, I think.
Right, I'm muted. And is there any hiss now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
God, Peter.
Oh, sorry.
Unbelievable.
No.
So no, I don't know. I don't know, people.
Oh well. Well, it's nice to have you with Lessis anyway.
That's great. Always.
Who did that to your tooth thing? You pushed your tooth back in here. That's what it was. Your teeth were coming out.
Look at him. He's all getting smarmy now. He thinks he's funny. Thinks he's funny. Okay, then, people. That's it. What day are we on? Wednesday. Whoa, nearly Friday.
Wednesday. Hump day.
Don't say that. It's weird.
I don't know
We
what
didn't even
holiday is.
we didn't even touch on about porn. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
I was
I thought we carefully dodged that because I can guarantee that the best developments will all be in that area because that's where most of the money is. But yeah, well dodged.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up with Grant. I just didn't feel like he was a
Oh,
porn
what you
hub
saying?
man. I don't know. No, not that. You know,
Disparaging about us, anything?
I'm saying nothing.
I know what Pete's like. Okay, then, everybody,
Hey,
we
whoa,
will see
easy.
you.
I don't know.
Your show tonight, Pete. What time are you on? 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tonight
And
with
who you got? Who you
Sean
got on with you?
Smith from X Factor. He was in Same Difference. He's a nice guy, actually.
Oh, okay.
His
All right,
sister's
top,
a bit
top level
crazy.
guests again.
But yeah, he's good. Good.
Is he a DJ?
No, he's a singer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is he singing?
No, he's chatting.
You know how this works. All these people just meets at Butlins. Is that correct?
No, I've never met him before, actually.
Oh, have you got that link then?
Well, you got to be in the know. There's Entrance next week, and Toby and Sis the week after. So it's all good.
His booker's been busy then. Okay.
Yes, my booker's been very busy.
All right then, everybody. Thanks a lot, and we'll see
Cheers,
everybody on Wednesday. See ya.
Friday.
It is Friday. It is Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Can I have a lie down,
yeah.
Matt?
All right,
Yeah.
I will do. Anyway, let's do that again. I'll edit that out. All right, and everybody, I'll see you on Friday.
See you Saturday. All right. Cheers,